You ever have a day where you walk outside, take a deep breath of pine and red clay, and think, yeah, this is mine, nobody can touch it? That's how I used to feel about my land, until the day a knockoff lawman and a queen in a white Lexus turned my world upside down and made me fight like hell just to keep the dirt under my boots. You want to talk about justice, about how power warps people? Buckle up, because what happened to me could happen to anybody, and it started so simple it's almost laughable. See, I'm not built for fences. Never have been. My old man raised me with a pocket knife and a pile of circuit boards, always said, trust yourself and keep your boundaries clear, physical and otherwise. He left me 20 acres of Carolina timber, no covenants, no overlords, just raw land and family ghosts in the bark of every oak. After I left NASA, I turned his barn into an engineer's playground, heat-controlled, wired up like a spaceship, the kind of place where you can spend a week building something nobody's even dreamed up yet. I had gear in there you can't buy at Home Depot. Lathe from the 70s, custom generators, a combustion prototype worth more than most houses on this street, plus a few hush-hush gadgets from back when national security was on my pay stub. Maybe that's why I like the isolation, no neighbors in shouting distance, just me, the trees, and an HOA free deed that could make a lawyer weep with joy. But you know how it goes. Just when you think you're safe, some well-manicured nightmare shows up to tell you what's best for the community. She came cruising by, one humid morning, white Lexus wraparound shades, smile like plastic wrap. "You, Lucas Thorne," she says, leaning out her window. I nod, already on edge. Karen Hoffmeister, president of Whisper Pines Preserve. We're just expanding our oversight, keeping the neighborhood safe. I almost choked. My property sits outside their lines county, confirmed I checked 3 times. Not interested, I told her, walking back to my truck. She didn't like that, but I figured that was the end. If only. See, HOAs like mold never take no for an answer. Give them a drop of water and they'll flood your house. Life rolled on mostly. I had a trip lined up, conference in Texas, helping a buddy with a new sensor demo. Gone 3 days. I got back, hit my driveway, tired, craving a beer, ready for my own bed. And there it was, the lock on my shop sliced clean off metal, still warm in the twilight. My stomach dropped. I rushed in, empty shelves, tools gone, cameras ripped from the ceiling, my prototype missing, backup USB stick nowhere. The whole place picked over like a vulture found it. You ever get so angry your teeth hurt? That was me. I called the sheriff. Deputy shows up, sees the mess, sees the insurance paperwork, hell, even the zoning map that says in big bold ink, "This ain't HOA land." He shakes his head when he sees the price tag on what got stolen. Got any suspects? I just say, you ever heard of Whisper Pines Preserve? He laughs. Then I show him what was taped to my shop door, a sheet of printer paper and a plastic sleeve, red-stamped, emergency entry order signed by Patrol Officer J. Wallace, HOA compliance. No badge number, no law, just a stolen seal and a desperate act. You're telling me they broke in with a fake warrant from an HOA, he asks. Not even your HOA, I just nod. Then I show him their newsletter printed while I was out of state, bragging about new community watch on neighboring lots. My address is right there. The deputy gets quiet. This is bigger than a fence dispute. I didn't sleep that night. Sat on my porch with a shotgun and a bottle, listening to the woods, waiting for the next shoe to drop. Dawn comes and I'm up printing out everything, deed, serial numbers, logs. March right back to the sheriff's office, lay it all out. Deputy Harper starts digging. Turns out no J. Wallace on any security roster, no patrol license, nothing. So, fake patrol, fake warrant, real break-in, I say. He nods. Want to file charges? You bet I do. Meanwhile, the engineer in me can't let it go. I check my camera server IP connected with a Faraday case for storms. The footage gone deleted on purpose. The commands came from a device pinged inside Whisper Pines. I call my old tech buddy Vic. They got your creds, man. This wasn't smash and grab, it was a planned hit. I dig through backups, run image search on stray frames. And there they are, 2 clowns in blue polos, fake badges, clear faces. One pops up on HOA's website arm around Karen herself. The other, Jared Wallace, rented the van they used under his own name. I call Harper. He nearly falls out of his chair when he sees what I've got. Evidence logs, names, faces, enough for a real judge this time. Next stop, my lawyer, Angela Shue. If you've never seen a lawyer take joy in her work, watch her shred an HOA president in court. She drafts a demand letter so sharp, it might as well draw blood, adds a cease and desist signed by county zoning, and sends it straight to Karen. A day later, the local paper runs a story, me on the front page, empty shop in the background. Karen quoted, spinning it like a public safety intervention. Angela rolls her eyes. She's trying to play hero while committing grand theft. And just like that, things get weirder. New server probes, attempted digital hacks, all traced back to Karen's Realty LLC. Vic uncovers the malware they used, bought online with a credit card registered to her shell company. Then Angela finds property filings showing Karen's family holds multiple homes, one with a suspiciously new storage unit. $30,000 improvement right after my $30,000 worth of gear vanishes. At this point, I realize this isn't just about my stuff. It's about someone running the HOA as a personal racket, laundering stolen goods, faking authority, and using bureaucracy like a crowbar. But the real slap in the face comes when the insurance adjuster calls, "Sorry, Mr. Thorne, but because the thieves claimed community authority, your claim's on hold." I lose it. You think I let them in? You think a fake warrant means this is my fault, but all I get is legalese and a dial tone. Angela grins. Fine, we'll go public. We hold a press conference, hand out the fake warrant, show the footage within hours. The media's all over it. Suddenly, I'm hearing from strangers with HOA horror stories, a guy fined for a wheelchair ramp, a woman threatened for wildflowers. Karen isn't unique, she's a symptom. And now the dominoes start to fall. Someone slips a video into my mailbox, shows the thieves unloading my crates at Karen's daughter's house. We sue civil criminal, you name it. Angela throws the book, the sink, and the plumbing at them. The sheriff arrests Jared Wallace. Under pressure, he confesses, Karen told us it was hazardous, said insurance would fix it. Detectives recover my tools from his garage and a storage unit in Karen's daughter's name. Then Angela uncovers board emails detailing the compliance plan, how to target outlying properties, justify emergency entry, and use plausible deniability to set legal precedent. One line reads, if we succeed, we can extend compliance to 5 adjacent lots. They wanted my home as a test case. With a board member's sworn affidavit, a grand jury indicts Karen on conspiracy, burglary, fraud, and impersonation. I watch her get cuffed outside the clubhouse, media everywhere, no more smiles. But Karen, true to form, tries to cut a deal, rats out her own cousin's staff, the whole board. Angela just smiles and slides the DA a recording of Karen planning the hit. If this blows up, the insurance pays. If not, we extend. That was the nail in her coffin. Courtroom's packed. Evidence plays out like a bad movie. Fake officers, lock cutters, money trails, malware, even a receipt for board development wine tasting in Asheville. Angela stands and lays it out plain as day. This isn't about property lines. It's about a woman who weaponized a system for her own gain and picked the wrong engineer to mess with. 4 hours later, guilty all counts. Karen gets 14 years, no parole for 7, the HOA is dissolved, and the insurance company is fined and forced to pay. The fake patrolman, one takes a plea, one rolls. The whole corrupt board is barred from ever serving again. You know what's funny? I rebuilt Steel Shop. Analog systems, tripwires, biometric locks. No more smart home, just a fortress. County audit found $80,000 more in stolen funds. HOA was liquidated, clubhouse auctioned, Lexus gone, daughter's house seized. Now I get mail for HOA resident. It goes straight in the shredder. Angela and I are thinking about a nonprofit helping others fight back against these little suburban kingdoms. We even wrote a paper about it. Funny how a bad day can spark change. One afternoon, a package lands at my gate, ceramic garden gnome holding a sign, private property trespassers will be prosecuted federally. I laughed so hard I nearly dropped my coffee. Here's the thing, no matter how high you build your fences, someone will always try to climb over. But when you're ready, when you've got the truth, the law, and a mountain of receipts, sometimes you get to win. So where do you stand on all this? Are HOAs a force for good, or just another flavor of tyranny in a pastel polo? Let me know what you think below. And if you've got a story of your own, drop it in the comments, because I promise you're not alone.